Down.
All right. So number 9, I'm going to start with this. Number 9.
Let's take it away.
Is what you put into your body. And the number 9 way to raise your vibration is to have a morning tonic. A morning tonic. Every day when you wake up, why would you drink just coffee when the caffeine is going to spike your cortisol levels? The coffee is going to acidify your body. You're going to have a crash in the afternoon. It's going to lead you toward adrenal fatigue. So you want to have a morning beverage that not only gives you energy and clarity and focus, but also will restore your adrenals, help you sleep later that night. And yeah, so bringing herbs in your life is a powerful way to raise your vibration. Alex, what do you got to say about this one?
Yeah, well, I think the morning tonic's really big, right? So if you guys are still drinking coffee or you're drinking tea, you're missing out on another. This is a recent discovery in the West, really. Like, this is only becoming popularized in the last 5, 10, 15 years in terms of people knowing about this, more people knowing. And, you know, when I have one of Kai's tonics, like, it just changes the way my day goes, in that I have a little extra reserves come 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm making better decisions because of reasons that Kai will explain much better than me. Basically, there are things that he's putting in these tonics that are affecting your endocrine system, affecting your nervous system, affecting your brain. Mm-hmm. And it's basically like qualia in a drink. Yeah. If you're familiar with qualia, right? It's like it literally has that level of cognitive enhancement, especially when you have a long day and you have like lots of decisions you need to make. The tonics are freaking amazing. Yeah. And I find also, like, if you were to just compare a day where you drink coffee and a day where you drink a tonic, and just like notice what happens at 12, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. Notice how you feel. It is very different. So yeah. if you're not taking advantage of tonics right now, like, it's time to explore that. Yeah, for sure.
So I'll just share with you guys until the tonic product that I'm working on, it comes out, where it's all in a bag and you just put it in, add hot water. It'll have coconut milk powder, organic coconut milk powder, and monk fruit, so it's sweet and creamy. But for now, I'll just show you what I put in mine. And it's so first of all, I use this formula called Will Strengthener, and it's a Chinese herbal formulation that goes to your kidneys and supports the hormonal substrate of willpower. So literally, you know, because if you have willpower, you make better decisions, like Alex is saying, and then you conserve your energy better. I take the second one I put 3 capsules of Pearl Shen. Shen means consciousness. Pearl Shen is about taking the mind, fiery energy, and pulling it down and rooting it all the way through the gut brain. So super useful for entrepreneurs, for people that are high functioning, and then tend to run a lot of energy up here. And then we use this formula, Tao in a bottle, spelled with a T, but I will not surrender. So it's not how they pronounce it in Chinese, damn it.
No.
It's Tao,
no,
not Tao. Anyway, that one goes to the heart, and it has L-theanine. So if you just take one takeaway from this, if you only took one thing, get L-theanine. This is even better because it's L-theanine plus reishi, plus gynostemma, plus eleuthero. So this has Qi tonic, Shen tonic, Jing tonic with L-theanine, which is a counterpart to caffeine that increases the level of focus without a crash. So so caffeine, this is what happens to cortisol. With L-theanine, this is the cortisol level. So easiest thing, get down a bottle or an L-theanine supplement, take it every day with your morning beverage.
The 8th way to raise consciousness. Breath work.
All right, you start with this one, Alex. What do you know about?
Yeah, so breath work, right? So first of all, science has shown, and many studies have shown, that Americans are chronically under-oxygenated. We have shallow breathing. We're not getting enough air. So, like, basically, we've got to learn to breathe more consciously, but one of the great things we can do is we can engage in breath work. And if you just spread that out throughout the day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, for 2 or 3 minutes at a time, it's so profound. So like literally, we could even do like a mini micro dose of it right now on the live for those of you who are here with us. But it's just using the techniques of the Tumo, using the techniques of the Kai teaches in Pathway of Power are super effective for raising your vibration, for increasing your energy levels, for releasing stress. You guys ever know when you get into like the middle of your day and you're like cranky, or you feel like this like nagging thing, you have all these calls and you're like expecting the worst, or you're caught in like negative paradigm thinking. If you just do breath work and reset your nervous system, you come out of it like it's like you're coming out of something. You're like, whoa, like what just happened to me? And then you kind of get back in the driver's seat of your own consciousness.
Yeah, there's no more powerful way that we're equipped with to take control of our nervous system. If you're a shallow breather, you think, so what? But every day, every breath that you're not consciously thinking of is shallower than it could be, which means by the end of the day, your organs, deep breath, are not functioning at the highest level because they don't have enough oxygen, right? So it sounds like a silly thing, but when we shallow breathe, hold our breath, more likely to have cancer developing, organs don't function as well, we don't have as much energy, we're more likely to be depressed. So it's a small thing that adds up over time, right? So like Alex said, if you microdose the breath work, guess what? 5 minutes, 3-4 times a day, after you do the right kind of breath work for 5 minutes, you're going to be breathing deeper for the next 30 minutes. And then an hour or two later, you do it again. And now eventually do this for 21 days in a row, you're going to start to be an unconsciously competent deep breather. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Boom.
Alex, you want to take us through a breath work practice?
Okay, so rubbing the hands together, creating heat. All you out there, if you're driving, just, imagine that you're doing this. And you're going to put your left hand on your belly, just below your navel, right hand on top of that. And we're going to take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just rock a little bit in your chair as you breathe. And in again. And out. And in again. And out. And in, deeper, really expanding the belly. And out. And in. And out. Breathing in, sending oxygen to all your organs. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Last one in through the nose. Swallow it down. Relax your shoulders. Allow the air to drop down into your belly. Hold it for just a little bit. Relax. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And now you're going to exhale like you're breathing out through a straw. Very slow exhale. And just notice the changes in your body. Notice what's different. And we're ready to keep going.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. If you present in meetings, if you run a team, if you have an organization, can you imagine doing breath work at your team meetings? Or if that's not appropriate for your company culture, can you imagine you do breath work before you walk into that room, and you're going to have a physiological advantage? One of the invitations I have is, if you guys run a business or you're part of a company, Pathway of Power would love to train your C-suite. We would love to come in, help you incorporate tonics and breath work into your culture so that your company can have its income and impact without you guys sacrificing your energy, your health, or your relationships. So if you know companies that want that kind of Jedi support, you let us know, and we will be happy to serve you guys. Okay.
Boom.
All right. Are we ready?
Next one.
All
right, you can do the next one. Here's the music.
Okay. Number 7. Meditation and mindfulness. But
all right. Well, meditation is one of the great tools we have that is scientifically proven to do some incredible things for us. You know, I could go through, there's like over 20 benefits now that have been proven scientifically for meditation, right? It's going to regenerate your gray matter. You're going to make better decisions. It's going to increase your willpower. It's going to extend your longevity. There's all these things, right? But the thing for me that meditation has done is it gives me access to the higher functioning parts of my brain to think the way I want to think about the big picture.
Last night, I was processing some things going on in my life, and I decided it was a kombucha beer and documentary kind of night, not superhero movie. And so I first listened while I was cooking to this YouTube video by Joe Dispenza. He's chiropractor. He was in The Secret. He's into neuroscience. Anyway, it's called The Most Powerful 19 Minutes, something like that. He's talking about the old models of science. The old models of physics were about how everything in the world is predictable and independent of humans and whatnot. And then Einstein came along, and in quantum physics, we've learned that our mind, our consciousness, has a direct impact on material reality at the quantum level, right? So in order for quantum physics experiments to be done, you need an observer. You need a human with consciousness, right? And if the human's consciousness is biased toward an outcome, they will see more of that outcome. That's called research bias. That's why there's double-blind studies. Do you guys get this shit? Like, if the researchers are subconsciously thinking about a certain outcome, there's more of that outcome. And then we throw that away as like a mistake instead of saying, oh my God, we're creating our reality. So this is the final thing. He says, when you practice meditation, when you are literally able to be more mindful, your consciousness isn't scattered like a floodlight that you can make it like a laser beam, then your ability to affect reality is going to increase, right? Your quantum influence increases when you meditate. One of the most militant meditation styles I've ever participated in, 10 days, 10 hours a day, you're bringing your mind to the 2 inches under your nose. And you take your consciousness and you make it to a laser beam so that when you want to manifest something, when you want to say, I am that I am this, abundant, wealthy, kind, loving, powerful. When you do that and your consciousness is disciplined, then the universe actually listens. And when your consciousness is scattered, your affirmations don't work because there's no energy or coherence behind them.